Hi YouTube. I'm making a second video on Tobacco Sunrise because the first one, the video quality was messed up. So I just played a little bit of the verse. Alright, and a lot of people had trouble figuring out the verse because it's using unusual chords for a country and western kind of song that is, that's the arrangement, is kind of a country feel. But it is not a country song. But it just depends on how you look at it. But the first chord in any case is the G minor 7, and it's actually a pretty easy chord to play. I'm playing it like this. This is a very common way to play it. You are at the 3rd fret on the 6th string. That's your root, and then you're barring the first 4 strings. And then between your 2 fingers, you're muting the 5th. But it seems to me like what the guitar on the recording is doing is kind of like, it's kind of like plucking the bass and then playing strings 1 to 4. And it's kind of got a shuffle feel like that. The next chord is F major 7. Here I'm really emphasizing the high E chord on that, high E string. When that's being played. And that is just like an A minor shape, except you're playing it with these 3 fingers. This will be on the 2nd string, 1st fret, and then these 2 will be on the 4th and the 3rd strings on the 2nd fret. Then you're fingering it this way because your index finger needs to go on the 1st fret at the 6th string. That's your F note in your F major 7. Alright, and the final note in the verse, the final chord in the verse is that is a C minor 7. And as I wrote in the description of my other video, you could play that at the 8th fret. This is probably easier a shape for most people than this bar chord. Doesn't matter though, however you want to play it. It's the same notes musically. So that's the verse, and then let's run through the chorus, and then after, that's for the people who just want to learn the song and get out of here. And then afterwards, I'll talk about maybe some easier ways to play it. And, I'm going to talk about the violin solo in a little more depth, just using major chords. So it starts on the F major, goes to C major, and then it goes to G minor, bar chord. F, C, G minor. Oh. When the neighborhood gets sad, it makes me sad too. G minor is a sad chord. That is the chorus. All right, let's talk about the violin solo and what's being done there, and also we could talk about the melody next. All right, the melody of the song and the violin solo are both in the key, the scale of G minor. So if you use your G minor pentatonic at the 3rd fret, it's going to sound beautiful over this song. You can also use this G minor pentatonic at the 10th fret on the 5th string. Okay, and I'm playing a couple outside notes, and those are mostly what they would call the blue notes. That would be like this note at the 10th fret on the 2nd string. The pentatonic scale does not have that note, but we can add it as a blue note. That's something like what the violin is playing. I would say that if you're going to try to emulate the violin, you might want to use this little extension box and even go up to the 15th fret. So that is pretty guitar friendly to play the minor pentatonic. So thanks, neighborhood. This is at the 3rd fret. Some of your blue notes are this note at the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. And what the melody is doing is emphasizing these notes. Here's another one at the 5th fret on the 1st string. That's a blue note. So, and then you get this one at the 2nd fret that I talked about on the G string. Anyways, you can just mess around with that and figure it out. Okay, so now let's talk about easier ways to play these chords. Some of you, this seems like a real hard song because it uses these unusual chords. Well, let's try to figure this out. This is your first substitution you could use. Instead of playing, let's start out with the G minor bar chord. Well, to turn it to a G minor 7, you just remove your pinky. And remember, the 5th string now we're playing, but we muted that before. So we know we don't really need that 5th string. So what you can do is bar the first 4 strings. And you've got a simplified G minor 7. Now, the 8th fret, you can play that same shape for the C minor 7. All right, let's finish up. Here's some other chord shapes that will make your life easier. For the F, if you don't play the F bar chord or you haven't learned that yet, you can just substitute this shape. Right, your first finger is on the second string at the first fret. Your second, your middle finger is on the G string at the second fret, and your ring finger is on the third fret at the D string. That could be your F chord for the chorus. Remember, the chorus uses the F major chord, and you can use this as your F major. You can even get that high E in there. It kind of sounds good. Or you can leave it out. It's up to you. And then, of course, we have the C shape. That's also used in the chorus. Yeah, so about the F major 7. What are some simple ways to play that? Well, one simple way is to just bar at the 10th fret your ring finger across the first three strings. And then take your index finger and place it on the 8th fret on the D string. And then you're ready to go to the C minor 7, which follows to the G minor 7. Okay, here's another way to play the F major 7. You place your index finger on the 8th string at the first, not on the 8th string. You place your index finger on the first string at the 8th fret. You place your middle finger on the G string at the 9th. Then you take your ring finger, you're going to place it on the 9th fret on the D string. Oh, that's the 10th fret, I mean. You're going to take your ring finger, place it on the 10th fret on the D string. And your pinky is going to go on the B string at the 10th fret. And then you're right here for the C major, or the C minor 7, which follows. And then slide it down to 3rd fret, and you're in business. Okay, that about does it for Tobacco Sunrise. I want to give you one final tip for barring strings, like when we bar the 10th fret for the F major 7. Don't use the pads. Try to use more the side of your finger to bar it. So, in other words, rotate your finger a little sideways. That should make it easier. Your finger is more bony there, and you can do it the same thing with your index finger when you have to bar strings. Just turn it a little towards the fretboard and use, like, you're not going to use the full side, but you're going to be like more using the side of your finger. It just works better that way. So thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed the lesson, and don't forget to subscribe because I'm always doing new lessons. Thanks, bye.